Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I am Conostep and this is going to be part 36 of my early campaign where I'm playing as the Byzantines. And I am anticipating a pretty laid back episode here. Personally, I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty tuckered out from work. It's been pretty busy for me lately, so I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get an episode in tonight. And yeah, I had a short little shift at work just to kind of get ready for a show that I'm working tomorrow. And yeah, I came home and I figured I have some time left, so let's just get an episode in. As I said, I am anticipating it's pretty casual, I think, pretty laid back is what I'm going for here. So I wouldn't say we're going to be expecting any too dramatic occurrences in this one. Right now, I am sitting at over 300,000 in the treasury, which feels very good, and I am making 12,000 florins. Yeah, florins. What was I thinking before? Florins per year. That also feels very, very good, considering that I am at war with the Germany and the Hungarians. The Germans, just because they have launched yet another crusade in my direction, this crusade is going to be dying off relatively soon, I would say. They have 326 men left in this crusade, and it's been decreasing by roughly like 80 men per year, so they should be going bye-bye soon enough. And when that happens, I'm going to be trying to get another ceasefire with the Germans. They do have 3 ports that I could potentially start trading with again once that happens, and that's just going to increase my income even more. So that feels good. I mean, it feels good to make this much money even with the wars with the Germans. The French so far have been behaving themselves, despite the fact that they actually do have a chapter house here in Champagne, and maybe somewhere else. I know Champagne, but they have not built a crusade marker yet, so that's interesting that they haven't, because they have had this for at least a little while now, so they could have built one in the time that I've been aware of this building, so they haven't, which is, yeah, as I said, interesting. I don't want to get my hopes up and think that they're done sending crusades my way, but I wonder, just because, as I mentioned before, the glorious achievements points for crusades is gone. That's sort of like the first half of the game sort of thing. When does it end, in fact? Does it end in 1205? I don't think it does. It maybe it goes till 1275? Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah. They're not going to be getting GA points for crusades, so there's not really incentive for them to send crusades in my direction. I'm not sure what Germany was thinking, but yeah, I guess they just have it out for me. The Almohads have finally started to get aggressive here. They have taken Valencia and Lyon, and that is good for me because I can trade with these ports, so if they want to continue and take Castile and build a port here and take Navarre and then just keep moving on up, that would be awesome. Kick the Italians out for all I care. I mean, I'm trading with the Italians, that's one thing, sure, but it's just nice to see some action on this side of the map. Now, I shouldn't be rooting for the Almohads. They are the closest faction to me in terms of GA points at 128 to my 162, and they're making, enough to catch up slowly over time, but I'm just not too worried. The thing is, I can just really stomp them. My navies are so strong right now. They do have a few boats in the water, but these are just tier 1 boats. And I am training my top tier boat right now, or I'm building it, should I say. The gun galley. I'm getting these out in the water, and as with all Byzantine boats, they are not deep water boats, they're just coastal boats, which is just so silly, but there you go. What kind of boat? This is gun galley, yeah. And let's send these out. So I am continuing to build the gun galleys, and I'm not going to be going too crazy on them. I just want get a few on the water. I really want dominance in the seas. I really want this to not be the region where someone decides they want to mess with me, Like, letting factions have boats in the water is one thing. It's like, all right, let's go. Like, you can have boats in the water, but sometimes factions will just start a war just because they're like, hey, we can take that boat, you know, and they start a war against usually the human player, I think. And yeah, I don't want that. I don't want to invite that. So just having some overwhelming power in the seas is gonna feel good. And the fact that I'm still making 12 grand despite the fact that I have such numbers of armies and boats, like my navy's it's strong. There's a lot of boats in the water, so the fact that I'm still making 12 grand is crazy. Like that's just so wild how good the trade economy of these provinces are. So I really did not anticipate that, I suppose. I had mentioned that when I played the Byzantines the first time, I stayed in my shell and I didn't take Antioch and Tripoli or any of this. I didn't, you know, aggressively go after the Egyptians or the Turks. And I was able to avoid the crusades being launched in my direction, but I didn't make this kind of wealth. I was able to build up over time, sure, but I don't know if I was ever making 12 grand per turn, especially with, you know, being at war with 2 other factions. Like that's just crazy stuff. So it feels good. It feels really good, and that number can just continue to go up. As I mentioned, if the Almohads continue to take rebel territory, if the Danes wanted to continue to be aggressive, they have taken Saxony. If they want to build a port here, that would be nice. And if they wanted to be aggressive here as well and take, you know, Mercia or even Scotland, that'd be cool. Scotland's a hard ask. There's a lot of troops here, so that would be tough for them. Is there, let's see, I want to see if there's a historical general here. Few 3, 4, where's that 4-star? 5, here he is. No historical generals. I wonder if they were. I wonder if one of them used to be William Wallace before, but no longer is. Perhaps. But yeah, so that's the Danes, and yeah, the Novgorods are chilling, Mongols are chilling, rebels up here are protecting my northern flank, which feels good, even though we are technically at war. But yeah, I don't anticipate them being too aggressive. So that's that. Like the only thing is that I'm training and building are the gun galleys and my shipbuilding stuff, and I'm still training Varangian Guard too in Greece and Georgia. You know, like I'm just going crazy with it. Like I'm just gonna have these guys till the end game for sure. And let's see, let's get a master armor here in Constantinople for that +4 armor, and that's gonna be for my next heir who comes of age here in Constantinople is gonna have that really nice armor because the heirs come of age in the same province that the emperor comes of age. So they should be getting the bonuses from this province. Now, something that was mentioned in one of my last episodes, if not my last episode, I was reminded that looking at farm income would be a good idea. It's something that I admitted in that post when I replied back, that going back to my Shogun days, farm income is something that I've always overlooked because in general, well, in Shogun, it goes to the fact that you can just make so much money off of Christianity that it just really overshadows the money that you make off of farm income. Also, I think I've had most of my playtime in Shogun with the southern clans, which are typically a lot poorer when it comes to farming, and they can, as I said, make a lot of money off of Christianity because, well, the Portuguese showed up in the south before they showed up in the north, so you can get kind of a head start in that way. Now, in this game, it's kind of similar. You can just make so much money off of trade that's just like, it almost feels like, why? You know, now I get it, like that's not really an appropriate answer, but that is kind of been my thinking is like, you know, if I have trade goods, then I can, you know, tech up to boats and start working on that trade route, which takes time, you know, getting boats in the water and connecting the ports. It takes a long time, but it's something that also, it's not a, and this might be something that I change for future strategies. I like teching up to boats. I love having naval dominance. I really do. And I also love having vision on the map. Getting boats in the water is my fastest way of getting eyes on the map. Now, of course, that doesn't get me eyes on the interior parts of the map, but it gets me, you know, eyes on most of the map, which of course does border sea regions. And I love that. I hate not being able to see the map. I feel blind, you know, it really, really bothers me. And sometimes it takes some time before I can actually really commit to training a bunch of religious agents to just send in every other province to get vision. So there's a few reasons why I do like taking up the boats, not first, but like second. Like that's like the second thing I do is build up my trade networks. However, it's not the most profitable thing to do in the early game because there's not as many ports. You know, for trade to make a lot of money, you are depending on the AI factions to have their ports built up. Now, of course, there are some when you start the campaign already built into the game, but there's more over time. So it is one of those things that probably doesn't have to be rushed in every single faction, you know, every campaign that you play. It's something that I would like to break out of at some point and maybe go a different route as my, you know, early game strategy. And when I do that, I should consider something more along the lines of how to make money off of farm income. You know, that's kind of the next step is like, okay, well, it's sort of a cheaper investment and, you know, the return on investment is sufficient, I think, for certain provinces. However, I'm easily confused by numbers and math, so it's something this is the main reason why I don't spend a lot of time on the agricultural upgrades. It's just because I'm hiding from my inability to really understand return of investments and stuff like that. It gets a little bit tricky because it's one thing, like in Shogun, I have the provinces already memorized, and I know pretty much what provinces deserve what levels of upgrades because I read a chart once that was written by someone 20 years ago that described what upgrades are worth what on each provinces, and for me, I just have to kind of memorize the basics. You know, that's all I really need. Now this game is much bigger, right? It's huge. It's a huge game. It's a huge map, and I'm not quite at that point where I have things memorized. But it is something that I should spend time with. There is a chart also written for this game as well that I have perused a few times to kind of get my mind around it and try to start to see things and take a look at these things. And I'm getting there. It's still a work in progress. And I think that this is a good time for me to take a look at this and maybe try to see what's there, like what's worth spending more money on. I already have spent some money on agricultural improvements, but I think that I am missing out for sure. So if I look at Egypt, I have a 40% agricultural upgrade. This is the second tier one. I am making, off of this building alone, I'm making 1179. And then if I went for the third tier, the 60%, I'd be making 1358. So that, just in my brain, that seems like a good... This would cost 1,500 florins and take 6 years. And considering that we have, well over 100 turns left in this campaign, this seems like a good investment. A definitely better investment earlier in the game, but I think also for now, this is still a good one here in Egypt. And then I can just go from there, like Sinai. What do I have? 20%? Making it 105. So my guess is no. My guess is that the second tier is not going to be worth it. 122. So that doesn't seem like enough for me. You know, Palestine. How about Palestine? I'm already at my third tier here in Palestine with the 60%. So 852. And then what am I looking at? 952. That still seems good. I mean, the 2,500 is a lot. So what? It's going to take me 25 turns to pay that off, plus the 8 turns to build it. So 33 turns altogether. And, you know, considering that I still have, you know, definitely more than 33 turns left in this campaign, I suppose that the improved farmland here, the 80%, is still worthwhile here in Palestine. So I'm not going to go through every single one of these on camera, but I wanted you to kind of see what's going through my mind as I go about my business here. I just saw a Catholic crusade, an Italian crusade just pop up out of nowhere. So let me take a peek at that real quick. Let's see, it looks like there, so yeah, I did, who attacked me? Oh. Must be, yeah, it has to be the Italians, right? Yeah. Must be the Italians. It looks like I actually lost a boat here in the Ligurian Sea. I lost a boat here as well, Jesus. Interesting. Surprised I lost those fights. And, yeah, the Holy Roman Empire has died. And we're killing papal assassins. Master Armor is finished here in Constantinople. That's going to be +4 armor. And then Master Gunsmith is going to be giving +1 valor to my gun units that are trained here in Antioch. And now I'm finally going to start training some arquebusiers and some handgunners. Now, it's not going to be just like one of those units because the arquebusiers are better at shooting and the handgunners are better at fighting. So they're both pretty useful, I think. And then, yep, Crusade's going to be going for AAA. Well, at least it's a different faction this time. Italians, eh? Italians. So where are they? They're here. So where do they spawn? Where was their, which direction are they headed? It's confusing that they're here. So like, okay, what province did they come from? No, yeah, I'm getting more and more confused. I'm not. Where is their chapter house? This is a French province. And they don't have a chapter house here. Nor here. Nor here. Nor here. Oh, here. Right. Chapter house. Here in Sicily. Okay. So what's the route then? It went from Sicily to Provence? What? And then where? Oh dear. Anyway, whatever. Like they want to go to Provence. That's fine. Maybe they go this way and then they go all the way through this way. Maybe. Or if they could try to go through the Almohads, I'm pretty sure the Almohads have to fight them. Like Crusades can only march through Christian territories, not Muslim territories, even if they are not directed towards that Muslim faction. I believe is the case. So. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, they got some decent units here in this crusade, so... In any case, I'm going to have to fight their boats, obviously. How's my income looking? Oh my god. Negative 11,000, just like that. Okay, so let's definitely sink these boats. Yes. So what do they have here? Galley, speed of 2, and then my boats... I got my Dromons. Catch them. Kill them. Another galley here. And I have I have 2 more Dromons. So yep, same deal. Catch them and then kill them. So yeah, let's just do this. Let's try to clear out all of these Italian boats. And hopefully we can get our economy back on track. That's more like it. With the Italian boats out of the way, I'm back to making 9,000, almost 10,000, and that does feel a bit better. So obviously I will not be trading with the Italian ports. So yeah, Almohads, if you want to go to war with the Italians have been dealing with some rebel issues here in Navarre. So that's one thing. But yeah, now that I can't trade with Navarre and Aragon, it would be nice if the Almohads went in there and did something about it. I wonder, is it worth going back and trying to mess with the Italians? So the Crusade is going to decide to go this way, which is going to weaken the German armies as they march through these territories. And the German Crusade only has 106 men left in it. It lasts longer. It seems like the lower the Crusade gets, the longer or the less men it loses. It seems like, I don't know. It kind of lingers. So yeah, we have not been able to get a ceasefire with the Germans quite yet, but Not too worried about the Italians. Yeah, I just have an enormous stack of forces waiting to hold them up. It's going to be more about how do I, get back to trading with them once that crusade is over. And I think, let's see, Sicily, man, so Chapter House is in Sicily, isn't it? Sicily seems like a good province to fight. It's an island province. I can go in there, I can mess them up. And I don't have to worry about starting a war with another faction because no one else can invade this until I let it go rebel. It's not like before where I was going into German territories and French territories and causing issues that could end up getting me into more trouble. This is a situation where I could go in there and I could fight these stacks, get a fight in, and just destroy this chapter house. And that would just get rid of this immediately, and then I could get a ceasefire by... Hopefully this goes rebel, right? And not go loyalist. And either I can get a ceasefire the natural way using my agents and my emissaries or my bishops, or I get a automatic ceasefire by not bordering them. So there's a couple options here. If I destroy that crusade or that chapter house, so their doge only has 3 influence, so that would be pretty disastrous, I think, for him. So he probably would be pretty keen on going back to having a ceasefire with me. I do feel like that would be worth it. Now, here is the force that I'm going to be sending into Sicily to fight the Italians. And I do have that 8-star general that I just recently, I think it was somewhat recently, promoted him. I gave him the commander of the army title. He's an 8-star general, as I said, and yeah, that's very, very good. In addition to that, he's a great warrior, so that's going to be giving him plus 5 health. And then Secret Pride is going to be minus 1 command, but still, he's an 8-star general, so he could be a 9-star general if it wasn't for this. But this is going to be giving him plus 3 Valor, so he is just going to be a monster fighter as well. 9 Valor if you look at his unit card. 9 freaking Valor. He's going to be a wonderful fighter. And then Most Honest, which mostly is about loyalty, minus 1 acumen, but plus 1 morale is going to be good as well for the army that he leads. So this is going to be a very capable army. I will be sending him down with some reinforcements as well. And I will be sending in some artillery to deal with that castle. I don't have to fight the castle, but yeah, because the chapter house does get destroyed automatically as soon as you do take the territory, I don't have to fight this, but I figured, you know what, I may as well fight it if I'm going to go in there. I have some brand new artillery that I can show off as well. I have these demi-culverins. Now, yes, I have built the newer ones, the culverins, the best artillery in the game for the Christian faction, but I haven't even shown you guys the demi-culverins yet. And since this is only a tier 3, this is a castle, it does have both upgrades, or no, it just has the one upgrade, the ring wall, which is going to be the first tier upgrade for the castle. But still, I think the demi-culverins are going to be wonderful to deal with this, and I want to show them off so that when I do show you guys the culverins, you will see the impact of that upgrade. So let's bring these guys in as well. And what am I going to be going up against here? Looks like there's going to be a 4-star general, a militia sergeant, the King of Navarre. Oh, okay, Lord Demicini, and he's a skilled assaulter, so that's not going to matter because he's defending. Silver Tongue, now also not going to matter. Master of Numbers, not going to matter. So he's a good governor, and he's a good assaulter, but none of that's going to matter here. And yeah, look at that acumen, holy shit. So I'm going to be taking away a good governor of Navarre, although that's been dealing with some issues due to these rebels for quite some time. I wonder why. Why is Navarre having such difficulty righting the ship in regards to... They have 85% loyalty, and that is with... Oh, I have a spy there. That's why. Yeah, that's why. Okay. Like, what is going on here? Yeah, no, I'm doing that. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, that should be good. And we will see if I can accomplish anything here. I mean, obviously I can win the battle. That's one thing, but it's going to be interesting to see if I can actually get a ceasefire. This should cause issues for the Italian Doge. You know, he should suffer from the loss of influence that is going to happen once he loses this crusade. And so should the Germans. Yeah, this should go away a couple of turns, I would think. So without further ado, let me just kind of double check. Everyone's happy, happy. And let's just drop a save and get into the year 1320. I should have my points be counted this year as well for my glorious achievements. And although I'm not expecting much, it's still going to be interesting to see what other factions have caught up on. So here we are. Obviously, I will not be bringing my demi-culverins into this fight. And it looks like they have a lot of ranged in their initial forces. So I'm attacking. Let's bring up my reinforcements. And I will get my army all set and ready to go here. I am going to be shaking the rust off here in this battle. I feel like it's been a little while. So right off the bat, I don't see the enemy, so that's a little bit concerning. We have a little bit of a lip/hill thingy here with some woods, and yeah, they're going to be on the other side of the woods. I think, let's see. Considering that, I believe that they're kind of range heavy. Maybe coming out of the woods isn't the worst idea. Now, I don't think that they have too much in the way of a cavalry force. So you might think that I want to avoid the cavalry, and maybe I do. Maybe that would be better. But yeah, they're right up against the edge of the forest, aren't they? They kind of look like it. They are. So, yeah, that would mitigate some arrow fire coming in from them. And I can send my Byzantine cavalry around the edges to kind of get up on here and get a better view of what they have and how they intend on fighting. Looks like their general is going to be way up there on that hill up top. Some Royal Knights. Now, that's not the Doge. I don't think it is the Doge. It does look like they might want to screen out my skirmish cav with their Genites. So let's back up a little bit, because I do not want to get swarmed by a bunch of angry Genites. I've learned to be careful of those units. But if they do want to fight my main force in the forest here, actually, let's move over a little bit so we can get more room. And then I can get my spears guarding this portion. Oh yeah, they're going for me. They are going for me. I need to get my cavalry out of there and screen here with my spearmen. Get them turned around. Yeah, is that two units of Genites? Why, guys, you need to run. Why you guys? Come on, run, please. Seriously, run. What the fuck's going on? I'm giving them the run command. I don't understand. This is very confusing. Run. What the hell? Yeah, I do not understand. That was so bizarre. Why did they take them so long? Oh dear. Marching quickly. I guess that's your version of running. Yep, okay. Alright, we got away. That was more stressful than it had to be. And at this point, yeah, they can't do anything up against spears backed up by my cav on this side. That looks fine. And now I can just continue to push up. What can I see here? Genoese sailors, so that's going to be their archer unit. It's pretty good. You know, it's a decent archer unit, but I think that my Trebizonds are stronger in most ways. I think that the Genoese sailors have a bit more. Is it defense? Maybe some more morale. I don't think it's more. Ah, gosh, I can't remember. I shouldn't say. The minutia in this game. I don't have it all quite memorized yet. I'm going to continue to Let's see, do I need to worry about anything coming in from the front? Alright, yeah, let's bring my spears up here. And then, yeah, my cavalry can kind of stay on this ridge and possibly shoot some arrows down into them. Yeah, in fact, they have a lot of forces split off in this direction. So, those forces are going to get sort of screened out, I think. Alright, looks like we're taking some fire. And we can keep moving up with our skirmish corps. I'm not seeing any infantry that I need to worry about. So let's push forward here and then continue with my reserve force. And yeah, cataphracts, get ready to go because, yeah, it might be cataphract time pretty soon here. Bring my general up and then spears. Yeah, spears can move up. And then my Byzantine cavalry can just kind of post up on this ridge and shoot down into these genites. Oh, that's going to be perfect for us. Yeah, that's going to be a very, very good position for us to be in. And let's see. It looks like, yeah, they want to run away. That makes sense. I don't want to chase quite yet because they do have some infantry back here, and I don't want to just go all willy-nilly here. But let's keep some composure amongst my army. I do want to keep leading with my soft skirmish corps in the center, though. I like this setup. It seems like it works pretty well. And then how are we doing? Looks like we are getting some fire in on these units. Yeah, picking off some genites always feels good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that feels pretty sweet. So we got some cover fire coming in from there, and let's make sure that my reserves keep moving up. And it kind of looks like they want to reposition. Either reposition or just... Yeah, it's always tricky. I gotta say, I gotta give the AI credit in this game, but also Shogun, where, you know, sometimes it looks like a retreat, sometimes it looks like they're just repositioning, and a lot of times, though, they can really just turn around and surprise you when you're starting to chase a little bit. Even without you, like, completely losing composure, you can sort of just kind of think that, oh, I kind of got them. They're kind of, you know, not really ready to attack or something like that. And then they'll just, like, really kind of charge you down, and this is something that happens quite a bit, at least to me, but, you know, that probably speaks more to my lack of skill than anything. Now, in this case, yeah, this again, feels pretty good. Militia sergeants versus my spears does not feel good, however. No, that does not feel good. So, let's see, archers, urban militia. Alright, let's get my Varangians into these urban militia here, and then let's get Naphtha, throwing it into urban militia here, and then Varangians into spearmen here. And then, yeah, on this side, do we have any guys coming in from the rear? Kind of, yes, we kind of do. Kind of want you to turn around. And, man, my guys are taking a lot of casualties. So let's send cataphracts this way and this way. And then let's send my Byzantine infantry around here. And you guys get a flanking charge in on these urban militia. And yeah, we did lose our spears on this side. Where did I thought I sent some Varangians to help out, but I guess they didn't get there in time. So let's do... Let's charge here with both of my Byzantine cavalry. And then hopefully spearmen can help out against those militia sergeants. Ooh, genites are coming in on this side as well. That's going to be a little bit tricky for us. Let's see. Looks like it's evenly matched. Okay. General can come in and try to clean up these genites on this side. And then... how are we doing in the center? Where's my Naphthas? Naphthas can kind of come in here and try to throw grenades into the flank. And then Byzantine infantry, let's see. Yeah, cut them off here. And yeah, we're running down their Genoese archers in the back. That feels pretty good. And it looks like we broke their militia sergeants on this side. Genites are starting to run away. And we should catch these genites as well with my general. And then these spears have rallied, so now they can get back into the fight. And there we go. The enemy general is now running away. Where is the general? There he is. The general's right there. Okay. So we're probably going to cut him down pretty soon here. And now we just have to... Let's see. Let's not get my... I don't want my general necessarily to... I don't really want him to chase too hard there. So let's get these Byzantine cavalry. Gosh. Yeah, the Genites are still going to be like an issue to deal with. Like, they don't stop being a problem until they're, you know, really dead. So it's one of those situations where, let's see, let's get these cataphracts over, and then let's start moving my infantry in a position to catch these Genites so that they don't cause me more problems. Because there's going to be some more waves coming in, and I want to make sure that, yeah, you continue to run these guys down. Please, please, please. For now, this is sort of a complicated spot for me to be in, because they do have some arbalesters and some Genoese sailors here that can put some fire on me, and I can't quite... Let's see, should I just charge in with my cataphracts? They would take damage from the Spanish Genites throwing their javelins, but I think I should get rid of them because they are doing a lot of damage to my infantry on this side. So I can push off those archers of theirs. I can even send up my spearmen in support. Obviously the Genites can't outrun those units, but I can just create some space there. And let's see, this unit of... got some peasants just kind of hanging out. How about swords? Go deal with them. And then let's get my Byzantine cav down on this side. I did send off my other unit of Byzantine cav, so I should be able to get some more reinforcements on pretty soon here. Can I bring out a unit of Varangians right now? And then, yeah, once this unit of Byzantine cav is off the field, I can get another unit on. So that was a pretty ferocious push there by the Italians, but here, you guys can come back. Yeah, I don't need you chasing peasants to the end of the earth. No. But let's get rid of these archers, and let's see, looks like these arbalesters are putting up a decent fight against my cataphracts. That's always shocking. Let's see now if we can corral these Genites. We have a few units in the vicinity. And, yeah, if we could deal with them, if we could bring our Byzantine cav. You see how many units I'm using just to try to, like, corral these two units of Genites? That's how much I despise these units. They're so annoying. And, let's see. It looks like the Italians do have their forces coming on. Anything for me to be worried about? Let's see. Urban militia, archers, pavis, crossbows. They're reloading. They're in range. Holy shit. Okay, let's bring my Byzantine infantry back into the woods, and let's bring my reserve force. Oh, that's not my reserve force. You guys go here, and then let's bring my Varangians and my Naphtha back in. Let's see, as I was saying, urban, militia, peasants, okay, archers and crossbows, okie doke. And are we going to be able to... Let's see, where's my general? My general... You can finish running down these Genoese sailors. Pronoi Legion coming on as reserves. That feels pretty good. They can help. Ooh, yes. Get them. Oh, perfect. Yes. This is what I want. Go on to engage at will and cut down those Genites. Oh, yes. Perfect. Love to see that. Now it's just this unit. Now it's just going to be getting rid of... Let's see. You guys... come forward. And then, yeah, if you guys want to shoot, I don't care if they're running away. Please get rid of them. And yeah, on this side, like, let's see, go for it here, and then go for it here. And how is their infantry push going? So it looks like some urbans are coming in. Oh, they got some urbans right all the way around us. Okay, well, let's turn our swords around and deal with them here. And then these swords can just go right in here. Choppy, choppy, choppy. You go there, and probably don't need to get my Varangians involved on that side. And what do we have now? Archers, feudal... Oh, feudal knights. Holy shit. Okay, well... I have some units that can deal with feudal knights right here. They're holding big axes. And then I have these guys also holding grenades. So, pick your poison, feudal knights. Did we end up catching those Genites? I'm not seeing them. We're chasing them to the ends of the earth, aren't we? God damn it. Fine. I have 35 Byzantine cav. They have 34 Genites. I don't even know if we would beat them, if to be honest. I feel like that's a pretty close fight between the two units. In fact, I think that they were winning that fight. Okay, feudal knight's going all the way around me. Holy shit. Let's see. Turn my javelins around. I don't really have anything. Oh yes, cataphracts, perfect. You go in. You fight the feudal knights. And then skirmishers, please run away. And then yes, perfect. Okay, perfect timing. Good job, Khan. It's almost like you meant to do it that way. Let's turn my jabs around to get in there. And then, yeah, archers, you can turn around as well. And yeah, we're destroying the hell out of that unit of feudal knights there. Let's get these spears turned around and these other units as well. Those feudal knights are now dealt with. They're running off, and let's see how we're doing up here. Byzantine infantry, get back to your position. And yeah, it's all archers, isn't it? Yeah, all archers. Some halberdiers, but you know, no biggie. So, you know what I have for archers? I got my cataphracts. I got some cataphracts, and I also have some Pronoia Legion. Yes, 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 perfect. Now that my cavalry is in position, let's send forward my swords. Because these 30 halberdiers, they can still do a bit of damage against my cataphracts and my Pronoia Legion for that matter. They're sort of meant to deal with those sorts of units. They don't have good morale, is my understanding. So I can send forward my light infantry to sort of distract these forces here and try to push them off of their firing locations. Try to get the halberdiers to commit to something, and then I can maybe charge them in the rear. And then here, I wanted to try to get my general... Yes, this is what I was hoping to do, is to finally catch these Genites using my general and my Byzantine cav. Oh yes, that feels so good. That is so rewarding right there. Wonderful, love to see it. Awesome. Now on this side... On this side and this side. Okay, they're still not quite committing with those halberdiers. I want to see them commit. Swords. Go, go, go. Chivalric sergeants, eh? I mean, yeah, one of you guys can kill them. And... yeah, let's just try to get these halberdiers to commit to something. And let's see, we have some arblasters up top. I suppose I can send my Pronoia Legion up there. They have a bit more energy in them. And let's stage my cataphracts. Just get them ready to charge as soon as these halberdiers are committed to something. Yeah. Javelins, you want to throw your javelins? That's totally cool. Spearmen, you want to poke with your spears? I'm into it. Yep, yep, yep. That looks good. And, ooh, man, that was a volley. Jesus, that was a freaking volley. Those arblasters went right into my cataphracts, and that sounded like dead horses. So, yep, let's get these cataphracts going here, and then... halberdiers, they have their backs turned, so let's go into them here as well. And javelins, yeah, you can chase. You're fast. You're a fast javelin unit. And now we got them all a bit mixed up here, so they don't quite know where they want to run away to. Halberdiers want to fight spears. Well, okay, fine, but cataphracts are going to come in here, and they should turn the balance here. And then, yeah, Pronoia Legion. Oh, yes, this is a perfect catch for us. Arblasters, they think they want to fight, but no, this is not where they want to be. This is not where they want to be. And the halberdiers, I'm surprised to see them still fighting. And not just that, but like fighting kind of okay. You know, they're not really dying. I thought that their morale would kind of take them out of the fight. Let's turn these Byzantines around and try to get into these arbalesters here. And then let's turn these guys around and try to get into these arbalesters, cut them down. And then Pronoia Legion, yeah, you can keep chasing for now. Halberdiers are now running away. Perfect. Love to see it. And I'm not seeing... At the moment, I'm not seeing... Let's see, I want to get my Byzantine cav up here. Yeah, I'm not seeing any reinforcements coming on right now, so... Oh, it's just as I say it. Okay, you guys turn around and kill the rest of these arbalesters, and my infantry get back. Infantry, get back. Get back. And get back. Cavalry, keep trying to get as many kills as you can, but you probably also need to get back, yeah. Let's go here, and Pronoia Legion, is it time? Yeah, you also. Get back to safety. What are we looking at for this wave? A couple units of militia sergeants, that's going to be kind of crunchy, and then 1 unit of spearmen, and then 2 units of archers, okay. And what do we have up top? Peasants and urban militia, alright. So yeah, there's definitely something here for me to chew through. I should probably retreat these units off, but I don't know. We're about to fight, so may as well keep them on for now. So they want to send their militia sergeants forward, and you know, it's not a bad choice. They have pretty decent armor, but with that being said, my Trebizond archers are actually doing a decent job of, you know, mowing them down a little bit. And I kind of want to see if I can get a grenade toss in with my naphtha throwers. I wish their range was just a little bit longer. Make them just a little bit easier for me to use. But maybe you don't want, you know, a grenade unit to be super easy to use, right? That would just get silly. So let's see, how short? There we go. So we can toss in from here. And let's see if we can get some grenade tosses in. And there's a lot of infantry here, so you would think some grenades here would be pretty devastating. So yeah, they're lighting. And yep. Oh yeah, we got some grenades off. That's pretty good. Let's get a little toss in. Yeah, that's a lot of guys. That's a lot of guys right there. And ooh, got a little javelin toss in as well. And not as effective that time. Can't all be winners though. And that's looks like, oh, that's it. Okay, all right. Well, let's just withdraw my naphtha throwers then. I think that did a bit of damage. And now, let's see, archers on this side. Probably a pretty prime target for my cataphracts, don't you think? So yeah, let's send you forward here and here. And Pronoia Legion can move up, Byzantine Cav can move up. Swords can go up as well. Are there spears? Urban militia, peasants. Ooh, feudal sergeants. Yeah, there are some spears. Okay. Well, let's have some swords fighting feudal sergeants. Where do they go? Where are they? I don't think there's too many of them. Yeah, there's not too many of them. My cataphracts should, yeah, we're gonna break those feudal sergeants. And then we should be able to corral the spearmen. Getting a little crazy over here. Let's just fix them with my 20 spearmen, and then my Varangians can come in as well. What were they going for? Were they trying to flank me? Oh, okay. And then, yeah, Varangians crashing into the center. Probably handle some peasants and some militia sergeants here. And, ooh, they got some handgunners. Let's send my Pronoia Legion after those handgunners. And Byzantine Cav, do I want to send them after anything? Not really. My cataphracts are already in here, having a fun time, rolling around. I feel like I don't need to send my Byzantine Cav in. They chase those Genitates all the way around the map, so they're probably still, yeah, quite tired, so they can still use a bit of a break here. We are continuing to clean up the Italians here, and it looks like there's going to be a unit of handgunners. Still needs the good old cavalry charge from my Pronoia Legion. Yeah, that's gonna... Yep, now they're like, no, we should not have stayed this long. No siree. So we're gonna be running them down. And yeah, I'm wondering what's gonna be left from the Italians. I know they had a lot of forces. They outnumbered me by quite a bit. And yeah, it looks like the Italians are fleeing the field, so we just have to run down as many more guys as we can here to try to make sure that we don't have to face these soldiers inside of the castle battle. And let's get the Byzantines involved. Yeah, you can run down these peasants as well. And it looks like we've captured over 1,000, over 1,100 men. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Italians can pay for any of these guys. So we did kill 842. We lost 418. And as I said, we captured over 1,100 men. So not bad. Yeah, guys did well. Byzantine infantry got 117 kills. Holy shit. Yeah, good job for those guys. Cataphracts, 112 kills. Awesome. Very good. And yeah, archers, 36 kills. Okay. Spearmen, 55 kills. Spearmen, 13. Yeah, pretty good performance there. Sicily is now conquered. Yes. And ransom refused. Okay. So they could not afford to pay that. And Lord Bogaroktonos, skilled attacker. Yeah, alright. +1 command when attacking. So he's going to be a 9-star general when he attacks. Jesus Christ. He's just a beast. So how long is this going to last? For 2 turns if I just wanted to siege them out or starve them out. But you know what? I brought cannons. So let's definitely fight this. Although, yeah, there's a bit of forces in here. That's a lot to chew through, but let's just do it. Let's just do it. And it looks like just like that, there's going to be some issues. Yeah, the Italians are dealing with a civil war, it looks like. Yeah. Yes, yep, but that did not take long. So there, I'm assuming the Italian Doge is down to 1 influence. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens when you mess with me. They're going to be losing to Sardinia. Just straight up. Yeah. They probably will keep Genoa and Milan. It looks like they'll just be losing these stacks. But they will lose Sardinia, and then they will be losing Sicily, of course, to me. So I will give it up as soon as I take it. I just wanted to teach them a lesson and see if I could get a ceasefire with them, of course. So they are keeping Navarre, though. Yeah, it's interesting that they've been able to hold on to the... Oh, they're losing Aragon, though. Okay. Interesting. So my income is sitting at 10,000. Okay, and that's very fine. And my treasury is sitting at 418,000. I thought this was a counting year for the glorious achievements. Is it not? Is it 1325? 1321. Okay. Huh. Fine. I'll wait one more turn. But that is not going to be in this episode. I just wanted to get that fight in there. And in the next episode, I will be cleaning up the Italian garrison here in Sicily. And as I mentioned, I will be trying to get that ceasefire. The Germans hanging on. Jesus, they're just, man, crusades just last forever once they get smaller and smaller. It is an interesting thing. That's why I was so aggressive earlier in this campaign when it came to attacking chapter houses, you know, because of this. It just, they just sit there on your border forever and ever and ever. So I wanted to kind of get things over with and get things moving along, which, you know, it works in situations. I think it does work, but I think that as I learned earlier in this campaign, that when you're a little bit overly zealous with that sort of action, you can end up causing more issues than you're creating. So in any case, yeah, I'm glad I got a fight in. I know it's been a little while here, and I know that yeah, it's been pretty quiet, but it feels good for me. I like it. I like it because it's peaceful, and I'm able to get through some more of this campaign without just kind of trudging or through, you know, multiple big fights over and over and over again. It is nice to get a few decades out of the way, but you know what? That is all going to have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and thank you very much for watching. This has been Concept playing Medieval Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.